you know, make the company and make the speakers sound the way they do. It's given me a really good background into what I do. And it just got to kind of like the late 90s, and I kind of looked around, and all the speakers kind of in clubs looked really kind of boring and black and kind of sounding okay, but there was it just looked so boring. And you know, even the lights, like abstract lights, were kind of doing some nice things, and stainless steel, and things were looking a bit futuristic and a bit kind of wacky, but no one had really kind of cottoned on to making speakers, you know, part of the decor. You know, the club owners were spending millions on the decor and still having a black box there to hide away. So Void came back because I just thought, you know, it needs something that looks good, and it needs something that just brings in a different audience and just makes the club look good. So that's how Void was born, really. I have another side which you probably want to ask me about later, which is like DIY sound systems, and that started probably. Oh, that must have been, yeah, the kind of mid-90s, where I put out some plans on the internet for people to build their own sound system. There wasn't many plans. They were really kind of old, kind of Fane and Celestion plans that were from the 70s. They didn't really work very well, so it needed someone to come up with something a bit more modern and provide some plans for kind of now, really. And actually, you know, most people still use the plans today. So
the Mungo sound, just to say, the actual Mungo sound system is based off those three plans, the Scooper Scoop and the HD15 that was released on Speak Plans in what, 2004 was it?
Yeah, 2002 actually.
2002. So basically the Mungo sound system was actually built from designs, and obviously they've tweaked it to perfection, but it's from designs that Rog did for free to give out to people to be able to build their own systems with their own hands if they couldn't afford the systems that were, you know, millions of pounds to buy, so they could put on parties. And that's where we started too. The Void connection I have is that the first thing that we ever built was Rog's free plans. It was the 1850 horn, and we used to do basically warehouse parties in Manchester. We used to basically break into warehouses and throw really naughty parties, run away from the police every week, and yeah, that's how we got connected. We were like speaking to Rog about like the designs on the forum speaker plans that he ran, where he gave these things away, and then he started the company Void, and we're like, oh well, maybe we should buy some of the professional gear. And that's basically, I think we bought the first Loonian stasis free system off from you guys. Yeah, so which we only sold like literally the other week. So we've had that system for nigh on 12 years, you know, and at this point 10-12 years since it was built, and it's lasted us that long, and it's sounded great every time, and people were just blown away by it. And it's been a fundamental part in our company being able to come from the DIY scene and move up to the, you know, becoming, well, semi-professional, I would say.
So I think a lot of you are going to probably say there's a bit of a conflict, because on one hand I have a company, you know, that's become quite high-end